The first time I saw the empty balance, my hands went cold. Years of saving, gone in a single transaction. When I asked, my sister didn't flinch. She twirled her keys, admiring the shine of her new luxury car. "You can just save again," she shrugged. I needed this more. And my parents? They nodded. "She deserves it," Mom said. Dad added, "Be a good sibling, support her." That was the moment I stopped being family and became executioner. I just smiled, walked to the kitchen, picked up my phone, and called the bank. They had no idea that fund wasn't just mine. It was tied directly to theirs. I had built that fund carefully, not just to buy a house, but as leverage. Joint investments, co-signed guarantees, tax shelters in my name, theirs woven in. They thought they were clever, tying me into their financial web so I'd never leave. They never realized I studied every statement, every loophole. If they wanted to drain me, they'd bleed with me. But I didn't move fast. No, I moved patiently. I let my sister brag. At dinner, she boasted about the leather seats, the custom rims, the envy in her friends' eyes. My parents clapped like seals, proud of their golden child. "Don't worry," my sister told me with a smirk. "When you buy your little house, I'll visit in style." Her words stung, but I let them sit, because anger makes you sloppy, and I wanted to be surgical. So I studied their debts, mortgage extensions, quiet late fees, my father's credit line barely afloat, my mother's emergency medical bills she never admitted to. My sister's new car wasn't fully paid. It was a noose of monthly payments she couldn't afford without them. And that was my crack in the wall. I moved in silence, shifted accounts, called the bank, the broker, the lawyer I had been quietly paying for years. I pulled the pin on the grenade they'd handed me when they tied my savings into theirs. One by one, accounts froze. Credit lines collapsed. Insurance premiums defaulted. My fund had been the collateral keeping them afloat. Without it, the house of cards toppled. I watched the numbers shift in real time. My sister's car loan now red-flagged. My parents' mortgage now under review. Their perfect financial balance shredded in hours. And I waited. The call came 2 weeks later. "Why are our accounts frozen?" Dad barked down the line. Mom's voice cracked in the background. My sister screeched, demanding answers. I held the phone steady, calm as ever. "Because you spent what wasn't yours," I said. "You selfish little—" Dad started, but I cut him off. "You wanted me to save again?" My voice dropped, low and sharp. "Then start saving yourselves." I hung up. The fallout was delicious. My sister tried to keep the car. Couldn't. It was repossessed in public, the tow truck hauling away her pride while the neighbors stared. My parents scrambled, begging the bank for extensions. Denied. They had to sell the vacation cabin to keep the main house. My mother wept. My father raged. And me? I signed papers on my new condo. Paid in full. Keys in hand. I didn't invite them to see it. The confrontation came months later. They showed up unannounced, standing in my spotless kitchen like beggars who once played king and queen. My sister without her car, my father hollowed, my mother gaunt. "You ruined us," Dad hissed. "You did that yourselves," I said. My sister's eyes burned. "You think you're better than us?" I met her stare. Calm, cold. "No, I just learned not to let parasites feed off me." Silence. Heavy. Unbreakable. They left without another word. That was the last time they ever set foot in my home. Now I sit by my window, city lights flickering against glass. My name alone on every deed, every account. Untouchable. I gave them a choice once: family or betrayal. They chose betrayal. I gave them a second choice: humility or collapse. They chose arrogance. And I gave them their ending. They thought my savings were theirs to steal, but I made sure their empire was built on my foundation. So when they drained me, they pulled the ground from under themselves. That was the plan all along. That was my revenge. Because sometimes justice isn't about screaming or fighting. It's about smiling, dialing the bank, and watching everything they built burn to ash, while you rise from it, untouched.